Gobble, gobble, gobble. Welcome to the turkey zone. I tried to be as cringe as Deegan there. I don't really know if I pulled it off, but yeah, bro. We gotta come in here and talk about this Deegan interview. A lot of people been talking about it. A lot of drama going on around it. So first things first, I know a lot of people had an issue with Deegan doing the ghost riding on after the finish line jump. That's kind of stupid to get upset about that, honestly. I mean, he had to do the ghost ride to pay tribute to his dad on his first Supercross win. He just had to do it no matter what happened to his competition. So I just wanted to make that clear. I don't have any problem with Deegan doing the ghost riding in that situation. I don't think it was like, in bad taste or anything like that. He was going to do that in his first Supercross win regardless. You know what I'm saying? So now, here's where I start to have the problem. Is when Deegan started going down this road in his interview talking about the pressure got to Forkner. Okay? That's what I have a problem with. Like, what? The pressure got to him? What the hell are you talking about, Deegan? First of all, I don't even think that's true. I just genuinely don't think that's what happened, but oh my God, the worst possible timing to ever say something like that. We're all over there with our jaws still on the floor, wondering if Forkner is even still alive after that crash. He's laying over there on the concrete, and then they pan over to Deegan with the interview after he wins, and he says, yeah, pressure got to him, bro, Yeah, I mean, pressure, you know what I'm saying? Like, pressured him into a mistake type shit. It was just, like, goofy-ass timing, you know what I mean? Really weird for Deegan to say that. It almost seemed to me like Deegan just randomly pulled that out of his ass to make sure that everybody knew that he earned his first win, and it didn't just get handed to him for Forkner crashing out front. It's like he had to make sure that everybody knew that he earned it, It just came off in a really weird kind of way. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like Deegan was trying to protect his own, ego in a sense or something. I mean, Deegan, let's think back to Outdoors last year when you started talking about how Hunter Lawrence was the one that was supposed to be winning, and you weren't even supposed to be the one winning, and then you lost the championship. Let's not forget about all of that. Might want to be careful on that shit talking as soon as you start winning kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's one thing to shit talk, like if it makes sense for the context of it. Like, he started shit talking Hunter Lawrence in Outdoors last year right after Hunter Lawrence had a bike malfunction. And then Deegan turns around and gets his own bike malfunction. That's called the definition of karma. Okay? This to me, like Deegan talking about anything about the pressure got to Forkner, or, the pressure caused Forkner to wreck or something, you better be careful, bro, because that karma can so easily turn around and you wreck the exact same way in the next round, okay? You just want to be real careful by talking that kind of shit the second you start winning races, or the second that you think you're in it for the championship. You just got to be careful doing that, man. It was just goofy. It was just weird, okay? I'm all good. Listen, if anybody's good with trash talking, it's the Spency boy, okay? But it just didn't make any sense in this particular scenario. It didn't make any sense at all. There's been a lot of weird things that Deegan has said in interviews that I just can't really understand. It's like he's playing two sides of a coin. It's like he, on one side, Deegan's trying to be this humble, well-spoken, respectable, just out there getting his points, trying to win championships, and then he'll flip over to this other guy that'll try to do this random shit talking in situations where it doesn't make sense at all. he's kind of two different guys on the podium interviews, I've noticed. And, him going into all that, welcome to the danger zone and sticking his tongue out. And that was cringe, dog. I mean, we've all had cringy moments, but it just looks so forced to me. That's what made it cringy. It wasn't him, trying to be like Metal Militia and like his dad and pay tribute. I'm good with all that. Trust me, I totally understand that. But it just seems very forced. It seems like Deegan is forcing himself to try to, play on this Metal Militia, Brian Deegan, early 2000s savage freestyle moto dude sort of brand. It just doesn't come off as very genuine on the podium. That's all I'm saying. That's what made that look super cringy. I will say that Deegan did say that, he wishes he could have battled Forkner and, sucks to see him crash. He did say that on the podium, but he also turned around and said, talking about all this pressure and acting like the pressure got to Forkner and that's what caused him to wreck. That was just really weird. Bad timing, really bad timing to say that. But yeah, and, Deegan says, when he first comes into Supercross this year, he kind of acts like his wrist injury ain't no big deal. It ain't really affecting him that much. And then he comes into the second round and says, I don't know any normal human that would be out here with this kind of an injury, right? He says something like that. It's just, I don't know. Deegan has this weird thing about him in interviews. It's like he'll say one thing and then he'll turn around and say the complete opposite. Or he'll act one way and then he'll turn around and act the complete opposite. I don't know if any of you other guys have noticed that, but it is really bizarre. I just can't figure it out, I can't figure out what the hell he's doing. Obviously, he's still a younger kid. Now he's 18, but yeah, it's just like he can't really figure himself out on the podium interviews, and he's like constantly trying to create some sort of competitive advantage by something that he says in an interview, even when it doesn't make any sense at all. But my problem is when some of these Deegan fanboys like to ignore all the bullshit that Deegan's done over here, and they like to act like he's some, perfect golden child, humble kid that has never said anything wrong or never, had any bad reactions on the track, like when he was flipping the dude off just for having a regular first corner pile up in the last round. I don't know why there's so much drama that has to be around you, but you are creating it yourself. People want to act like you just got all these haters for no fucking reason, and you want to act like you've got all these haters for no reason. Bro, there are plenty of reasons, dude. Plenty of reasons